So being that it's, at or around at Christmas time, and maybe for some by the time you've seen this video, it might be after Christmas, but in recent years, there's been a company that's popped up that's recreating the vintage style of the C7 and C9 lamps. And if you don't already know, it's called tru-tone. So what they have done is they have taken the traditional C9 and C7 bulbs and basically made them more efficient by putting LEDs in them. So they accomplished that by pretty much stuffing an LED inside the envelope of a C7 or a C9 bulb. And they call it retro look with the cost and energy savings of LED. And it's wonderful that they've done that, and their work is actually quite good from what I've seen on the tubes. I don't have a set personally for myself, but I got the website up here, and they got all the traditional colors of your Christmas lights. I mean, even some of the pastel colors and stuff like that. They even went to the extremes of even recreating the retro style stringers. And unfortunately, I don't have the one remaining stringer. I may have tossed it out just because it's so old. It's older than I am, and probably the wire was all cracked and stuff like that, so I tossed it. But they recreated that even down to the little label on the cord that tells you to, don't overload and you indoor use only and stuff like that, where they even made the wire red and green with the Bakelite sockets, minus the little metal clip that was on the traditional old school of the 60s and 70s type C9 and C7 bulbs. So wonderful that they did that, and it looks authentic. But the problem is, there's only one little problem, in my own personal opinion, of the tru-tone bulbs and any of the more modern C9 and C7 bulbs, is that the coating of the lamp is on the outside of the bulb. That's fine and dandy. It probably makes manufacturing a hell of a lot better. But the problem is, normally when you take your lights down, you're supposed to take all the bulbs out and put them back in the box. Well, who has the time to do that? Same thing with installation. You got to take them out of the box, screw them in, make sure they work, make sure, all that stuff. We all know, especially in modern times, that nobody has time for anything. So they're going to leave all the bulbs on the stringers, and they're going to roll them up, or they're going to wad them up, or they're just going to throw them in a box. The problem with that is that the outside coating scratches. Well, once the coating scratches, it goes down to the clean glass, and then you got these spots, which is annoying to look at, especially if it's somewhere visible. So this is one of my old C9 stringers, and I wasn't going to populate every single lamp on it. It's just for demonstration, but it does work, and it looks wonderful, when it's brand new and not scratched and stuff like that. But probably you can't tell. I'll probably have to over exaggerate this, but we all know you're gonna bash them. So I can't tell if you can tell on camera or not, but I scratched the bulb. So now you can see the interior coating of it. If I can get it. Yeah, there we go. See? Now that one is, I did that intentionally, and that's what's going to happen to you when you, put your lights up and you drag them across the concrete or your asphalt driveway or your pavers, or even dragging them across the roof. So what's most likely what you're going to see is little spots like that. And you're going to say, well, you could repaint them and stuff like that, or you could just live with it and stuff like that. But it's annoying because you take a perfectly good bulb that's probably got many more hundreds of hours on there, and if you don't take the time to like repaint them or something, of course they'll never look like when they came out of the box. Never, ever. But I got one remaining bulb left, and the bulb's probably older than I am, that has the coating on the inside of the bulb. And it looks different. And it looks a lot different from a traditional bulb. I mean, a coating on the outside. These are both red bulbs. Look at the drastic difference between the coating on the outside, which is this one, and the coating on the inside. Yes, it looks pastel, but once the bulb is lit, it's red. So these used to be the bulbs of the day. And these were the best bulbs. Why? Because the coating's on the inside. It don't matter how much you scratch these. It don't matter if you drag them across the concrete. It doesn't matter if you drag them across your driveway, your shingle roofs, your asphalt shingles roofs. You will never damage these, at least the coating of them. I mean, yes, it's glass. If it takes a hard enough impact, it's going to shatter the glass, just like anything with glass. But with these old school bulbs, and this one, even though it's older than I am, it still works. Which I was kind of surprised when I found this, that it still works. So we're going to light this old girl up. And here it is. And this is how the old school bulbs looked, with the coating on the inside. So the camera is kind of overcompensating, but it's a uniform color. But what is true is the striations, and that's from the dip. Or however they injected it, or they sprayed it. I would imagine they sprayed it in there when it was going along the line like this. It got shot up into there. And that's how the old school coatings looked. And you already seen that I scratched the crap out of this with a piece of metal. There's no scratches on here. None. Zero. No scratches. Unlike these bulbs, which are crap, they're nice when they're undamaged. But once you scratch them, they look like crap. They will always look like crap. Even if you try to paint them, they will look like crap. So, that's my thoughts on these old school bulbs. So, I'm not knocking tru-tone or anything like that, advertising the old school bulbs, but it's not truly old school. And even old school, they're hot. So now, if tru-tone ever sees this video, and I hope they do, and I did leave a comment on somebody else's channel that I knew would go back to tru-tone company. You have to put your coatings on the inside of the bulb if you want an authentic look of a C9, C7 bulbs, because they're the very best. You want to go retro, you might as well finish the job and find some way, shape, or form to put the coating on the inside of the envelope. If you can do that, I guarantee you, I will be a customer. I will get a couple of sets of something. C7, C9s, whatever. So, that's my little rant, my little opinion between retro, it still scratches, it still fades. tried and true Christmas lights, C9, C7, have the coating on the inside of an envelope. So there. That's my thoughts. That's my rant. So tru-tone, I hope you find a way to put your coatings on the inside of the bulb. It would look so much better, and your customers will be a lot more satisfied because they know, even though they got the look of incandescent, they got the energy efficiency of LED, they got the look of incandescent, and they look pretty damn good from what I've seen. But you're still open to scratching the coating on the outside of the envelope. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.